Yo, yo, yo. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? What's going on? It's your girl, Jay. It is Wednesday night, and we are live. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the JSpotNetwork. I need to fix my camera, so something may look wonky in a second. I don't know why. Sorry, y'all. Why my camera is always off center? I don't know. I think that's the best we're going to get. Okay. All right. Are we good? Are we good? What's up, everybody? What is going on? Let me get comfortable. Another rush day. Another rushed day in the life of J Boog. I'm always doing something. It's always work, but we in here. So let's see who is with us today. Who do we have? We got RC is in the house. What is going on, RC? RC says, Jay, it's your boy for the first time in a long time. I know you beat Groovy. It's not Groovy's fault. It's my fault because I usually already have the channel up and ready to go, or the announcement that I'm going live already ready to go. The reason why I came on at 7:40 and not 7:30 is because I was trying to even get it set up to put out the upcoming live thing on YouTube, so you can find the link and go and find me and stuff. But sorry, y'all. Yeah, hang now. So, yeah, sorry, but I'm glad to see you, RC. Thanks for being here. Daniel says, yo. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on? And we have Nathaniel here today. Hi, Nathaniel. Nathaniel's always here every week. Thank you for always being. Okay, hold on. Now, I knew when I changed that camera, my background was going to act up. Okay, are we good now? There we go. Hello, Nathaniel. Is my mic okay? Can y'all hear me okay? I feel like I keep going in and out. I don't know if it's my headphones or if it's my mic. Let me know if I sound okay, if I'm going in and out. Am I clear? All that good stuff, please. And I'm probably about to take this hat off because this is bothering me. That is not that is not straight. And this is not a mirror effect on this camera, so it's hard to know if I'm left or right. Anywho, Charles is in the house. Charles says, hey, Jay, first time actually being here at beginning while I'm taking care of my animals. Thank you, Charles. Are y'all not hearing that? Am I the only one hearing me cut out at the end or no? Thank you, Charles, for being here. Nathaniel says WNBA draft 2024-25. Yep, that's a thing. RC says, J Spot, how you know it was me? Damn, did I tell you my real name? Because how you know? RC, first of all, I know what your real name is because I think you told me. If you didn't tell me, we've spoken. You sent me an email. We've spoken on Discord. I think your real name is on email. I needed your email address so I can send you your prize. And that's how I got your name. But I knew it was you. I think you told me a long time ago what your name was, but what's going on? What's no? What's no, Nathaniel? What's going on? Moses is in the house. Moses says, "What's up, Jay? What's going on, Moses?" No, or Nathaniel, are you telling me no that you don't hear anything crazy? I just think something's going on with my sound. And it's bothering me. But if y'all hear me just fine, then okay. Nathaniel sent hearts. Thank you. Groovy is here. Hey, Groovy. Groovy says, "What's up, Jay?" Moses says, "You sound perfect to me." Thank you, Moses. Okay, I'm just hearing something. It's like if I breathe in, the mic cuts off. So maybe it's some kind of like background noise protector where if I'm not speaking, it cuts off or you can't hear any background noise. It could be that. I don't know. But it's freaking me out because I hadn't done that before. Um, RC says, J Spot, I'm listening to you. My close and best friend in the hospital, she's sedated. Just asking for y'all to keep her in your prayers and well wishes. Yes, you get my prayers and well wishes. I hope your friend is makes it out okay, whatever is going on with her. I hope she is well, and yes, she gets all my prayers, all my good vibes, all the well wishes. Nathaniel says WNBA draft. Who is in the draft for this year? We don't know yet. We just know we have mock drafts. I can bring that up if y'all would like to see who's in the mock draft because we were going to talk about that a little bit. I mean, if you see my cover art, I didn't get a chance to put my title on there, but the title of the show or the title of my video was going to be who is going to get that first place, who's going to go first, who's going to get that first place draft pick. I still think it's Paige, but I mean, people have been saying Kiki, people have been saying Olivia might slide in there. We don't really know, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. But I can bring up the mock draft if y'all like. Nate says, oops, sorry. Hey, J Spot, I didn't know you were going live. I know, I'm sorry, y'all. Well, look, I did put up, y'all have to check my community page. Check my community page, or if you follow me, I posted it on IG. I posted it on Blue Sky. I posted it on what else? I didn't do it on Twitter. I did it on Threads, I think. And I posted it on my community page that I was going live. I actually gave y'all my schedule because this week I will be live today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday because Unrivaled is starting. And tomorrow I will be live with Cess Talk Sports. Your girl Cess, your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies. We are starting our Unrivaled coverage. We are going to preview the Unrivaled Basketball League, talk about the teams, talk about some of the players, give some predictions, get you guys ready, answer your questions, get you guys ready for the games that start on Friday. Friday the 17th is the very first game of Unrivaled, and it's going to be Mist versus Lunar Owls, which is Team Fee versus Team Stewie. Of course, they will go first. And then the second game of Friday night is going to be Team Rose versus Team Vinyl, which is anticipated because Angel is on Team Rose going up against her former coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, who coaches Vinyl. That's going to be good. So we're going to talk about all that stuff. And then Friday, we will give a live post game analysis after both games. Saturday, the same thing. After the two games go off at the end of the last game, we will go live and give our post game analysis. So if you guys have not seen my little calendar of what I'm doing this week, hit the community page for that. But I did announce there that I would be live today. I just did not have time today or yesterday to get like it ready and have it already ready for you guys so you can just hit the link. I'm sorry about that. RC says, J Spot, I've been converted. Angel Reese is my banner photo on my channel. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, RC. Rewind. Rewind. Wait a minute. Do I have a rewind? I may not. Cause what? Wait, hold on. What you say, RC? Angel Reese, you've been converted. You went from when I first met you that, Angel Reese is cool. I respect her game. I'm not a fan of hers, but she's cool. To now, Angel Reese is your banner on your channel? I need an explanation. Tell me about that. RC also says J Spot, she's battling bad asthma and pneumonia. Oh no, I hope she recovers. Pneumonia is not something to play around with. I also suffer from asthma. Luckily, I have not had pneumonia. I got a pneumonia shot, saved my life because I right after that I caught COVID. It was a couple years ago, and the doctor said had it not been for that, oh, I got the COVID shot too, but had it not been for that and the pneumonia shot that I got, um, I could have been done for because of my asthma. So prayers to her. Okay, hope she does well. Keep me posted on her. Nathaniel says, I like your YouTube channel. Thank you, Nathaniel. I appreciate you watching and being here every week. I do. Moses says, Jay, did you see the clip of Angel asking Mabry if she left Chicago because of her? Yes, I definitely did. And I just want to say, I mean, for her, because it doesn't matter about me, but for her, it must feel really good to get vindication in that way. You know what I'm saying? People, everything that is going wrong, if it was when she was at LSU, it was her fault. When she had her first season in Chicago, the things going wrong were her fault. And it's not her fault. It's rarely her fault if it's her fault at all. But people love to throw stuff on Angel Reese just because of her name and just because they don't like her and just because they want to continue the hate train. And so there was this rumor going around that Mabry, and we talked about it here. We talked about it on the show that people felt like Angel was the reason why Mabry left because it was toxic in the locker room because of Angel, and Angel has to be the star and she's this, she's that, and that's why nobody wants to play with her, nobody likes her, blah blah blah. And although we didn't go into the specific rumors, we did talk about. I did make mention that Mabry probably left because the roles had changed. What she came to Chicago for was something totally different than what she was doing at the time when the coach that she got drafted or not drafted by, I don't want to say recruited. When she got traded, it was a different coach, a different GM, different teammates, a different focus for the team. And by the time Teaspoon got there, now you got a new coach, you got a brand new team, a brand new GM. The schemes and the direction of the team has changed. Your role has changed. You don't feel as comfortable in your role anymore. You're not performing the way you used to perform because maybe you don't feel as comfortable anymore. And I did say that I felt like she probably did not want to have to play behind two rookies. Now those rookies have happened to have been Angel and Camilla, but I never felt like she left because of Angel. She left because her role had changed. She was supposed to be the star of that team. Like when she came there, she was supposed to be the sharpshooter and the leading scorer and all that other stuff. That was supposed to be her role. It wasn't supposed to be her being a supplement to the bigs. It wasn't supposed to be a post first team. And so what do? If you don't like your job, you go find another one. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like your career where it is, you go find another place where you may fit in. And that's what she decided to do. So I never thought it was Angel's fault. I mean, of course I wouldn't because I'm an Angel fan, but I'm also realistic and I don't just relieve Angel of anything just because I like her. Like if I feel like she's responsible for something or she did something that I don't like, I'll say it. I'm not afraid of it. Being a fan doesn't mean you're, you know what I'm saying, you worship the ground they walk on and they can never do anything wrong. But what's right is right. And I never thought that Angel was the reason why Mabry left. So I'm happy that they got that cleared up. Cause, I mean, the people who hate her are not going to care anyway. I saw a lot of people still in the comments was like, well, of course, Mabry's going to say that now. She's not going to say that in her face. Of course, she's going to say that. So they still don't really believe it, even though those two, those two clearly said it wasn't because of that. Now, when your teammates, will you beef? Will you fight a little bit? Will you have a little tiff? Will you not like them sometime from time to time? Will you be mad at them from time to time? Yeah, that's what teammates do. It's just like family. You're not going to get along all the time, and sometimes tensions are high. Sometimes, so it could have been some little tension there, but I didn't think that's why she left, and I still don't think that's why she left. And she said that's not why she left, so we can leave it at that. Spoiled brats in the house. Hey, what's going on? Nathaniel says, Charlotte, I hope you're having a church in Charlotte, Carolina. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means, Nathaniel. Nathaniel says, how was your day today? Thank you. You always ask how my day is. My day was good. I had, it was long. Well, my day, I had a 4-hour meeting this morning for work. And it was an hour away from where I live. So that was fun. And then after the meeting, I went to go meet up with my best friends. And we went to go play. I don't know if you guys have this where you are. It's called Activate. It's an interactive, immersive game where it's like, I think it's nine different rooms. And there's like 4 or 5 games in each room, but they're like lights, like a light show. There's a room with lasers in it. There's a room with like um the floor is lit up where it changes colors. There's a room where there's lights all around the room. It's all kind of stuff. And like the game is like you have to run and touch a color or run on the floor and change the color or running from the lasers like if you're like in a James Bond kind of movie where you're trying to break into the vault without the lasers catching you, like all kind of stuff. We had a really good time. We played that. We went to go eat, have some drinks, and then I got back on the road. Took me an hour and 10 minutes to get home. I got home, I fed my dogs, and then I got here. So literally no time to like rest or do anything here at home, which is why I was a little late. But thank you for asking. I had a pretty good day. I hope your day was good as well. RC says, so the games are on TNT Max, and what else? The other one broadcasted Unrivaled games. I'm not going to get too deep into Unrivaled here because we're going to talk about Unrivaled tomorrow with my partner in crime. But it's going to be on TNT, it's going to be on Max, and it's going to be on True TV. So from my understanding, off the top of my head, Friday and Monday games are on TNT. Saturday games will be on True TV. True TV is owned by TNT. And then all games, no matter what night it is going to be on Max. So you can stream all the games on Max. But if you want to watch them on TV, if I'm not mistaken, Friday, Monday are TNT, and then Saturday is True, and then on some they are gonna have a like one off time where it's not gonna be on Monday. The game is gonna be on Tuesday. But check the schedule. But those are the channels that it's gonna be on. Spoiled Brat says apparently Rose beat the Miss bad in the scrimmage. I saw a piece of the scrimmage somebody posted online. I did hear that they won, but I didn't see the score. But I'm happy about that. I'm happy that because honestly, I'm not gonna get my picks. I'm gonna leave it alone. But good for Rose. Good for Rose. Missy is in the house. Missy says, "Hey J Spot, what is going on, Missy? How are you?" RC says, but Caitlyn is still my number one, but Angel Reese love is what's popping. Okay. I mean, you can love both. It's just uh, if you would have told me 6 months ago, how long have I known you? Almost a year now, probably a year now. You would have told me a year ago that you were going to have Angel Reese as your background on your YouTube page, I would not believe you. So I'm happy to see you with you're expanding. Nathaniel says, I'll be starting my own YouTube channel next year. Okay, good job. Do it. Do it. What kind of YouTube channel is it going to be? Missy said, "Did you enjoy watching South Carolina take down Texas?" I did enjoy that, to be honest. Um, I thought they it was a good game. It was a good game for a minute, and then South Carolina uh started to South Carolina, and it was a wrap. But we will get into that. I'm going to put up the scores, talk about my teams, South Carolina, LSU, and Notre Dame, in detail of the games. But yeah, I did enjoy that. It was good for a second. And usually, what's been happening is teams will hang with South Carolina in the very beginning. They kind of have a slow start. I need them to kind of get away from that. We had too many turnovers, so many turnovers. I did not like that part, but we still pulled away. We still came out with the win. RC says, J Spot, are you a Coach Prime fan? I'm a Dallas Cowboys diehard fan. And I wouldn't mind him taking a Cowboys job. It's been discussed, although I think he's going to stay, excuse me, stay put in Colorado. I like Deion Sanders. Like I remember when Deion Sanders was playing football and baseball. Now I didn't watch him, but I knew who he was. And mainly I knew who he was because he used to hang out with MC Hammer. And okay, this might be too old for some of y'all. Y'all probably like, who is that? But I remember MC Hammer used to have Deion Sanders in his videos. And like he was very flashy. Like they don't call him Coach Prime. Just I mean, his name was Prime Time back then. Because he was so flashy, he was so boisterous, he was very confident, very arrogant. Like that was Deion Sanders. So it's actually cool to see him the way he is now, because although he still is very confident and you can tell like he's not a pushover, but he's very much like, God bless you, being very nice to people, taking the high road. That wasn't him the way I remember him when he used to play. So no, I don't follow him. Um, but I did hear something about him talking. I saw it on the news actually that he's talking to what's the Dallas owner's name? Is it is it Jerry Jones? Is that his name? I might be wrong because I don't know football like that. But I guess he was in talks with him, but I don't know what that means. I think, in one way I can see his son is gone. I think both of his sons are gone, right? And Travis is gone. Um, he just wanted to coach his kids. He's been coaching them since they were babies, since they were young little, what they call it, little pee-wee football. And now they're going to the pros, and I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good coach for young men. The speeches that I've heard, I think he's done an amazing job with Colorado. He did an amazing job when he was, where was he at? Jackson State, turning the programs around. And I just want him to stick it out. I think he would be very beneficial for young men that come through his program. But if he wants to go and coach the Cowboys, then go right ahead. I don't, it doesn't make a difference to me. Missy says Mabry didn't like that the fans kept calling her out for costing us games with her on again, off again performances. Now she was doing some weird stuff. Those two games we lost because of her free throws. I still am not happy about that. I think one was Atlanta versus Atlanta. What was the other one? I don't remember the other one, but I do know there was two times because I was like, how do we keep getting down to the game where it's down to Marina and her free throws? Like, what are we doing? But if y'all also remember one of those games, um, Angel is clearly talking to Marina. Cameras looking right at them. It's during not a timeout, but they're like walking down to the other end of the court, and Angel was telling her, "You're fine. It's okay. Like, no, don't hold your head up. You're fine. It's not you. We shouldn't have even never been this close to begin with. Like bigging her up, like giving her confidence. Like that's not somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody that does that, you're not running away from that. So That was just rumors. That was just rumors. Nathaniel says, my day was good today. Good. Spoiled Brat says, Marina actually said she left Chicago because she wanted a chance at a championship. Yes, that part too. She wasn't going to get that at Chicago. But, she did have a chance in they were close. They were very close in Connecticut, but still close, but no cigar like they have been the past few years. And now I don't know what the fate is of that of that team because there's a new coach. We don't know if AT and Bonner are coming back. We don't know what's going on with Dejanay. So she could be starting from the bottom up again with another team that's rebuilding that may not be in contention for a championship, but that's her and her business or whatever. But yeah, she did say she also wanted to be in line or have a chance at a championship. You're right. SC Bread is here. SC Bread coming through with the conspiracies. SC Bread says ESPN and NCAA women's college basketball conspiracy. They in the pocket of Tennessee and Maryland women's basketball. They lost games respectfully and didn't drop in the ratings. Okay. So SC Bread says something fishy is going on over there with Tennessee and Maryland because how they lose games, but they didn't lose their spot. Nathaniel says, I hope you're having a church in strike because I know I will be happy 2028. Charlotte, Carolina. I don't really know what that means. Nathaniel. Ryan, see, you got me calling you Ryan. RC says 4-hour meeting at work. I would have been sleeping. It was like a working meeting. It was like showing us some stuff. So it was like we weren't just sitting down for 4 hours. We would be in one section learning something and then move to the next section, learn something, they like had different stations where we were learning different things. So it went by fast. It actually went by fast, but I didn't get my nap in today. So, and I've been in traffic an hour there and an hour and 15 minutes or whatever I said on the way back. So I'm a little tired. SC Bread said, I'm not buying that rhetoric about Reese and Mabry. Same here. Perspective with Brooklyn 80s. Their perspective. Hey, what's going on? Perspective said, I'm here showing my support. What's good, Jay? What's going on? You know what? I usually save the yerp for Kyra. I haven't seen her come in yet. So you said yerp, you about to get the yerp as well. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? Nathaniel says, I'm happy that Toronto got a team in the WNBA. Yep. I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited. RC says, J Spot, what, if any, is your opinion on Caitlin Clark's stalker, nut, psychopath, sicko? So creepy, driving from Texas to Indiana to fulfill his sick fantasies. He said in his head they were in love. Yeah, I heard about that. Now, I will be honest, I didn't read deep into that to get like all the details, but I heard rumblings of what happened. I know he didn't necessarily show any remorse in the court hearing. He did say guilty as charged or whatever, but I mean, he just seems like he's not stable. But of course, people that act like that or do those things aren't that stable. But I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I feel for people like Caitlin Page just went through something similar to that. Her guy also got sentenced. He was stalking her. He had on his was it IG page a cardboard picture of her, and he would like say they're married or say they're in relationship, and it was very weird. And he was also following her around to the different games around when she would play different schools and stuff. It's very scary. I mean, Angel has talked about getting like, note letters and stuff like that, and people just popping out on her. And, you just, it's hard on these, basketball players, but they're also celebrities, right? And it's sickos out here that don't know the difference between fantasy and reality, and sometimes they will react. I mean, I don't know how many of you remember the story. This happened a while ago, but there was a singer on American Idol who had a concert in Orlando, and her stalker, or this crazed fan, just came up to her and killed her for whatever reason. It's just it's hard, you never know like what these people are thinking. And we think it's innocent if we saw our favorite basketball player or actress or actor or music artist, and we want to run up to them and say, hey, can I get a picture or can I get an autograph? But you kind of got to think like they don't know if we're safe, if we're good, or if we love them so much that we want to take them out, or if we're stable in the head. So it's very difficult for them. So I'm the stuff that I heard that guy was telling Caitlyn, or like just looking at his tweets, someone that posted like all these tweets. He was tweeting like 30 times a day, just tagging her. Like that's crazy, and that's scary because you don't know, you don't know until until it's too late sometimes. So that's real crazy. I'm glad that they caught him. I'm glad that he's banned from contacting her, talking about her on social media, trying to call her phone, her agents coming anywhere near the Indiana arena or anywhere that she's going to be. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know how long his jail sentence was or if he was sentenced to jail, but whatever that is, I hope that he's far, far away from her. The same thing with Paige's person. But I've heard of like Taylor Swift having a stalker. I've heard about people breaking into music artists' home and like taking their clothes and just staying there waiting for them to get home. And that stuff is scary. It really is. And that's why I'm just like, when people say threatening things to these players, especially online, a lot of people say, well, just turn your phone off. Just turn off your computer. It's not real. The internet is not real. The internet is not real, but some of those people are. And some of those people are not stable. So I take everything as a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm a celebrity and someone's talking crazy to me, I'm gonna take everything as a threat. So you don't know what that person, if that person's just being a thumb thug, or if that person is being for real and is trying to find you. So I mean, I'm glad they caught the dude. Hopefully she doesn't have any more around, but that is very scary. Um Moses says too legit to quit. Yep, that was a Hammer song. Spoiled Brat says LSU has slow starts as well. They do. LSU and South Carolina are so similar this year to me. Even though they're not, they are. They're having some of the same issues. They're trying to find out who that point person is, who they're going to run their offense through, who is going to be the one that is consistent and can lead them to the win. And I think they're both teams are still figuring it out. Although you do have like the stars that step up. The Kaylin, what is her last name? KG. My mind just goes while I'm talking live. I can't remember her. Gilbert, Kaylin Gilbert, or if it's Pow Pow in South Carolina, or it might be Michaela Williams one day for LSU. It could be, it could be Malaysia on South Carolina. It could be Nice one day. It could be Bree Hall. I mean, you never know. All of them are they kind of missed their focal point, and they're kind of struggling through that. Both of them are having slow starts, but they find a way to pull out the win. LSU is still undefeated. South Carolina lost that one game against UCLA. But I will say, this year's game between LSU and South Carolina, is going to be on and popping. As a fan of both, I am both excited and like my nerves are bad thinking about this game because who's going to win? You know what I'm saying? Like they both, like I said, both of them are kind of evenly matched in ways, and in other ways, one may have the advantage over the other. But it's gonna be an all out battle. Like they don't have Camilla and Angel to be the focal points of who we need to look at as what the battle is going to be between, and how are they going to dictate the game. They're gone. Now it's up to, I really feel like it's up to the guards. I don't know if, post play it's there, but I don't think it's not as dominant as guard play will have to be. And I think that's going to be the determining factor on both sides. And whichever guard team does it is going to do, is going to pull out the win. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. RC says to Nathaniel, just hit the record and oh, he's talking about YouTube. By the way, every time I hitting something, please hit the like button while y'all are in here. I really would appreciate it. Give me the thumbs up. 32 people in here, or 29 now, 29. I want 29 likes. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All of that helps me. It is free to do so. But if you do want to bless the platform, I am monetized now. I do take super chats. I take super thanks. All that good stuff if you are so inclined, but you don't have to. Miss D is in the house. What's going on, Miss D? Miss D says, hey, JSpot. Moses says, I remember those days too, Jay. Hammer and Dion, while Dion played in the NFL and MLB game in the same day. Yep, I remember that. Moses says, what's up to RC? RC says these women basketball players need a lot more beefed up security. They may need to live in a gated, buzzed in communities because these stalkers are completely disgusting and need to be controlled. Yeah, they need security. That's why all the time, I don't like when Angel, I know she's just trying to like be cool and be a part of the community, but I don't really like when I see her driving around by herself. Like when she was passing out those cereal boxes in Chicago, like that's cool, but you just don't know who's out there and you don't want to be alone. And she was doing something the other day when someone came up to her car and was like, "You're so pretty. Can we take a picture?" It's very innocent. Yes. It just sucks that the bad people kind of make it bad for like the innocent nice fans that just want pictures or autographs or something like that. So I just wish she had security with her. But I do know that I don't know where Caitlin lives. I'm sure she lives in protected. They got her protected. I know Angel lives in a building that has a door person, and it's not in the middle of anything like that, and it's not easy access for people to come in. So that's good. MJ Lovers in the house. What's up, MJ? Thank you for coming through. Missy says, can you watch all games on TNT and True, or are some only on Max? No, all the games will be available on TNT and True TV. It's just the different nights. So like I said, Friday and Monday is going to be on TNT. Saturday games will be on True TV, but they will be available on TV. If you don't have those channels and you have Max, all the games will just be on Max. MJ says checking in. Thank you, MJ, for coming through. Charles says I'm waiting for Maryland to take down Texas as well on Monday. They just put up 99 points on the number 2 scoring defense in Mini, who only gave up 51 a game. Shy Sellers was with season high points. Yeah, Maryland's been balling out too. I watched a little bit of, who was I watching? Who were they playing against? I think Maryland was playing against, was it Iowa? They might have been playing against Iowa. They were doing pretty good. Like the Sellers young lady, she's a baller. I was watching her. She does work. Moses says, Jay, did you see the article about KP possibly signing with another team? I did not see that article, but I've heard the buzz about that. I have heard that she might be leaving. I know that Vegas did core her, but them coring her doesn't mean that she stays. They could be doing something similar to what Dallas is doing with Satu, which would be a sign and trade. Um, or just coring her and they have like exclusive rights to it's pretty much they have exclusive rights to her contract. But if she wants to get out, they're gonna offer the trade for her. So, like I said, sign and trade. I don't know what I was just saying. So I don't know where KP. I don't want KP to go. I don't want KP to go. I don't. I want her to stay in Vegas. I want her to try it at least one more time with Angel with Asia, Jackie, and Chelsea. I want them to stay. I want them to stay together forever. That may not be in the cards, but if KP is ready to leave, then she's gonna leave. But I would hate to see that happen unless she comes to Chicago. If she leaves one of my teams, she has to go to another one of my teams. That's the only way that I would take it. But also, no, I want her in Vegas. I want her in Vegas because that's where I want her. That's where I feel like she belongs. But much power to her if she wants to go somewhere else. Um. Oh, Nathaniel says you're having. Okay, I said I will be having a church in Charlotte, North Carolina. Will you be a member in 2028? Oh, you're going to start a church. Will I be a member? I not in Charlotte, no. I my dad, if I'm a member of anybody's church, I'll be a member of my family's church, which I am a member. My grandfather was the pastor of the church. He's now passed on. Someone else is the head of that church. So if I ever am in church, it's me going to my family's church. But thank you for the invite. Missy says, when did we find out where the free agents are going? So, okay, so the dates for free agency. So we've already had some moving around right now. Um, Teams have until the 21st to hand out all their contracts or their offers, like extend their qualifying offers, not offers, qualifying offers, because that gets the ball rolling. Um, Teams have until the 21st to have that done. And then uh, right now, uh, players. So after the 21st, players have the opportunity to start talking to any teams that they want to. If they're free agents, restricted free agents, unrestricted free agents, now they can start talking to other teams. February 1st, they can start signing contracts. So not everybody's going to sign a contract on the 1st. That's just when it starts. Now that process goes on through up till training camp, up until we get our last they make their final roster cuts and calls and all that other stuff before the season starts. So from February 1st all the way through training camp, people are willing and dealing, signing papers, signing with teams, not signing with teams, asking, moving and grooving. So we won't fully know where everybody is going 100% until training camp. And even then, you won't know because, as we remember last year, teams start with tons of people on their training camp rosters, and then they just start cutting and cutting and cutting, and then some of those other people get picked up by other teams, or sometimes they just get cut and don't get any teams. It's a lot. It's a lot of willing and dealing. But this season, we have a lot of free agents, and a lot of these people are only going to sign 1-year contracts anyway because of the new CBA that they're going to start negotiating. I hear they're in talks right now because after this season, this 2025 season, the CBA is done. And if they don't come to an agreement to have a new CBA before the 2026 season starts, there's not going to be a 2026 season. So most players are going to wait that out. They're not going to sign, long-term contracts with anybody Only people that have to right now are rookies or stay in their contracts or whatever. But or people that are on rookie contracts. But yeah, they're just going to be signing those 1 year contracts until they know what's going on with the CBA, like what the new rules are, what the new perks are, what the pay is, or all that streamline, all the information that's all in the CBA. So when that new one comes out, then you'll see people start to sign more long term contracts. But February 1st is when it really gets to going, because then we start seeing people sign contracts. Missy says, I didn't know Paige had a stalker. Yeah, man. December, he got sentenced. He got sentenced in December, and they said he cannot go anywhere near Paige, nowhere near the campus, nowhere near UConn, nowhere near any vicinity or school she's going to be at playing if she's going to other schools to play. Whenever they travel, and even when she goes to the WNBA, he is not allowed anywhere near wherever she's going to be or play. That's crazy. MJ says, question: what were the responses about Paige Becker's stalker and Angel Reese's stalker? Very descriptive explanation on Clark's stalker, but not the same for Paige or Angel. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I saw on my local news, they never talk about the WNBA on my local news. Never talk about it. And they talked about Caitlin Stalker. I didn't hear about Paige's Stalker on TV. I read about it online. And Angel, I hear about it from Angel. I never saw anything in the news about Angel, the letters she got from the people in prison, none of the threatening stuff she gets from people. Like her mom talked about it. She's talked about it. I never really heard about that in the news. And then, like I said, Paige, I did read an article and I saw that stuff online or whatever. But yeah, it's. I mean, we know Clark is going to get the attention. She still is. We're still riding that wave that she is going to get the major headlines. She's going to get the attention, and so yeah, although we didn't hear a lot about Paige and Angel and any other players that have experienced that, um, we are going to hear about Caitlin, because I mean that it is what it is. Uh, Moses says Christina Grimmy. I think that's her name. Who are you talking about for LSU? I was talking about Kaylin Gilbert. I don't know about Christina Grimmy. You'll have to jog my memory. MJ says, hell, Paige had been going through her stalker incident for 2 years, and Clark's description of her stalker seems way more elaborate for the short amount of time we knew about him. Just saying. No, you're right. You're definitely right. It's not right, but that's what it is. Like, she's just gonna garner that attention and that outrage and that concern, more so than anybody else right now. SC Bread says Maryland women's basketball isn't an eighth ranked team, and I'll back that up. Charles says Maryland played a higher rank to a tie with 1 minute 38 seconds left when they barely lost to USC. Not much else going on comparatively. So they held their spot. Top team playing well. Juju and Kiki held to 21 points. Ryan says, Missy, I heard that Angel, Page, and Caitlin were all stalked at some point. Um, it's beyond control. Yeah, and I'm sure they're not the only ones. I think, was it Paige or Juju that had said something about, because I think Flage had asked one of them, it might have been Paige, like, what's the craziest uh thing that's happened to them with basketball fans. I want to say it might have been it might have been Paige, but I feel like Juju has said some stuff as well. MJ Lover says Monica Seals was stabbed on a break during a live tennis match. Celis, Wait, Monica Seles was stabbed? I remember Monica Seles. Wait a minute. During a tennis match? That's crazy. I didn't know that. MJ Lover says Angel had to move into a secure building that cost a lot, and people cooked Angel for telling people that the money doesn't even cover her rent. Shake my head. Yeah, and they got that all wrong because A, for one, she was joking, but B, clearly Angel can afford however much her rent is or whatever it is that she's paying. The girl's been making millions since before since that national championship and when her money really got up, but she was making money prior to that. But she made life changing money once she won that national championship, and she's been riding that for a very long time, making smart business decisions and investing and keeping her relationships up so that those NILs turn into endorsements and stuff like that. So she got the money. It ain't coming from the W, but she got the money. So yeah, if she needs to do that to protect herself, then go right ahead. The perspective from Brooklyn 80 says just added you on X and IG. Thank you. I'll follow you back once I see. I'm sure I got the notification. You will get a follow back. Yep, Gilbert. Gilbert is the name. Yep, thank you. RC says J Spot and MJ, yeah. And the dude messaged Caitlin and said, I spin your block 4 times. Don't call the police just yet. That comment knocked me on my ass. Yeah, they're pretty crazy. I had and I think I told this story before, but and now it's been so long, I think I'm fine telling it, but I'm a fan of Chloe and Halle. I don't know if y'all know who that. I'm sure y'all know who Chloe Bailey is and Halle Bailey by now. Everybody knows who they are. When they were younger, they were a group together, Chloe and Halle. And I used to go to a lot of their shows. Really cool people. I met their parents. They were a very close knit family back then, very grassroots. Their brother and their parents and like just like people from the label would be there running the merch table or setting up, like very small group. But I was able to meet all of them, and I went to as many shows because I went to so many shows that they knew who me and some of my friends were because we were at all the shows. Anyway, during one of the shows, there was a guy who got on Twitter and was saying that he was going to pretty much murder Chloe and Halle because they didn't take his letter. He wrote some kind of letter. And during their meet and greets, they didn't have security back then. So you just pay for a CD, you walk up there, take a picture with them. And then with us, because we had known them for a little bit, they recognized us, we would like be able to hang out backstage and all that other stuff. So we saw that they didn't have security or anything like that. It was very loose and whatever. Well, this dude, apparently in Orlando, I think it was, or somewhere, I forget where he was. I think it was Orlando. He took a picture with her, took a picture with them with the letter, and I guess gave them the letter. They didn't accept it. They gave it back to him or they left it or something like that. But that made him mad. So he got on Twitter, posted their picture with him and them in the letter saying like you disregarded what I said. Now I have to take care of you. I'm coming for you. All this stuff, like very threatening. So we as fans are getting like, oh, like what do we do? Like we see this stuff. They don't have security like that. So he can very well show up to the next show, buy a CD, get next to them again, and ain't no telling what could happen, right? I mean, when you go to shows, they check, you go through metal detectors and stuff like that, but that don't stop a crazy person. So I mean, we were trying to call the dad. Like I had his email address. Of course, I didn't have his number, but I'm like trying to email him, see if he answers. And we ended up talking to one of their choreographers who contacted them and said, watch out for this dude. They ended up taking care of him or whatever, but that was just scary. But that goes to show, but also we were calling around trying to figure out what to do. And I started researching, what do you do if you're getting threatened online? And pretty much all they said, because I actually talked to somebody, they said that person has to attempt to do something to you first before the police can act on it. So they can threaten you all they want to. They can say what they want to online. They can do all that, but they can't step in until they actually physically try to. But isn't that too late by then? If I have a stalker and they're telling me they're spinning my block 4 or 5 times, the police can't do anything until like he's in front of my house. Like that's weird. So I don't know. They need to do something with the laws, and maybe because Caitlin is Caitlin Clark, they acted on it. But some people who aren't like big celebrities like Chloe and Halle wasn't back then. That's scary to a regular person like me. That would be scary, and you can't do anything about it. So I don't know, that whole situation, me dealing with that situation, it just gives me new insight to know like these people, some of these people will act on it. I just wish it was a way to like combat that. But I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic of talking about sports, but that just made me think about that situation that we had. It was very scary. Um Missy says to RC, it looks like it. Poor Angel gets harassed on a daily basis. Missy says, Jay, don't be nervous. SC is going to win. Ryan or RC says, J Spot, long story short, a stalker is someone that's miserable, crazy, and has nothing better to do in their life, period. Yeah, and they're also very scary. Perspective says, I definitely hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. MJ says 60 plus game home streak on the line, and LSU fans are saying this is their year, just like last season. Ought to be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. Our MJ Lover. Yeah, they haven't beat South Carolina in a long time, but I mean, look. I'm just saying they're very similar this season. So both of them are my teams. I'm actually wearing a South Carolina hat right now. You can't tell it's their national championship hat, but it's gonna be fun. Spoiled Brat says I can't see anyone stopping Nice. Then on the other end, I can't see anybody stopping for Wiley. That part. But you also have Gilbert who can get hot. But then you also have Pow Pow who has been working on her handles, working on her shot, working on driving to the basket. You also have Chloe that can get up sometimes. You also have Fagan that can get active sometimes. Big time Tess. We ain't even talk about big time Tess. She can get hot. On the other side, you got Michaela Williams. You got Big Foe. You got Niece. You got Samaya. You got Miracle Shepherd. Like any right now, anybody can get it at this point. Anybody can be the one on either side. You know what you're going to get consistently from Niece, the same way you know what you're going to get consistently from a Chloe Kitts or a Pow Pow, like or Big Foe. But who is going to be that standout player that's going to take them over the top? We don't know until we watch. RC says, as a UCLA fan, the only teams in the country that worry me going forward are USC, South Carolina, and maybe LSU. As a Bruins super fan, okay. Look who's in the house. Bree Wayne is in the house. What's going on, Bree Wayne? How are you? Moses says, I picked South Carolina over LSU, but every time I underestimate or count this season's LSU team out, they prove me wrong, and I find a way to win. Yep, it's gonna be a good one. SC Bread said Maryland women's basketball their they're not a top 10 ranked team called after 120-25. I'm a little confused on the wording there, but I think what you're pretty much saying is after 120-25, they're going to be out of the top 10, if that's what I'm gathering. Missy says, yes, Angel should be more careful in Chicago. A lot going on there. Charles says, yeah, LSU and South Carolina be guard play. Moki says she's been leaning more to guard play as we've seen. Going to be fire. Morrow going to shine. Yes. Come on, Niece. I'm always cheering for Niece. Like, I'm cheering for both sides. I'm a unicorn. I'm not going to be online when the game is on because LSU fans and South Carolina fans are a special breed. They do not like each other at all. And so I just stay out of it. I will be on Blue Sky. If you want to hear my takes and my commentary and my live posting, I will be on Blue Sky. I will not be Nowhere near Twitter until the end of the game. Mike is in the house. What's good, J Spot? Who you think finishes in second place for player of the year after Hannah? Second, second, I don't know. I mean, right now, I mean, Juju is there, Hannah's there, Olivia's there. Uh, I mean, we got some other good players out there too from some other schools. I mean, I don't know where they rank per se, but they're balling. Harmony and I mean, even though it's been issues with Kiyomi, she's out there. I mean, but she could definitely get. Isn't she a freshman of the year? Um, I don't know. It's up in the air. But right now, I think we're looking between Juju and Hannah, but you also got Big Foe. You also have Niece who's balling. So I don't know. Jonathan says, "What's good, J Bug? What's going on, Jonathan?" RC says, "Oh, how the sky has fallen in Iowa. I can chuckle about my own team. Damn it, J Spot. We've lost three straight, and now we're like 12-6. Oh, sorry about that, RC." Perspective says Cheyenne Sellers don't shoot enough threes for me. I love the fact that she attacks the paint, but in the modern WNBA, you need your guards to knock threes if they're open. That's facts. That's facts. Spoiled Brat says, I think KP is going to Seattle. Really? I haven't heard that one. Huh. KP is going to Seattle. That would that's interesting. I mean, I ain't mad at it. But do y'all think she could go to the Valks? Because there's still, I mean, there's no reason why she couldn't go there. So that could be something. Missy says, love watching Angel and Kalia Copper. Yeah, that's been very cute. Angel, y'all know anytime I get a chance to talk about Angel, I'm going to. If y'all don't know, I'm a Reese. So if that offends anybody, so sorry for you. But I love Unrivaled has been a blessing in disguise, I think, for not just Angel, but probably every player that's involved with it. Not only is it the opportunity that they get to stay home and be with family and they didn't have to go overseas this season. Some people for the first time in a very long time, and I'm sure that puts them in very good spirits because they had the opportunity to spend the holidays and not have to worry about rushing back. They got to spend the holidays with their family. They got to take a real long break after their W season and, start back their training probably in November or something like that versus, you know, leaving the W, going right overseas and playing and then coming back and going right back into training camp. I'm sure that's helped their spirits. Also, it feels like a good environment. It doesn't feel like it's drama filled. The media is not all over them like they were during the W. I think once these games start being played, it's not going to be as much because when you play basketball, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be trash talk. That's just what happens. It might even be some little pushing and shoving and all that stuff. That's what happens when you play competitive, and nothing's wrong with that. Some people are gonna have hot tempers. That's what happens on the court. It didn't help this season with the W or this past season to have the media so involved in it where, they started this narrative that everybody's attacking one player and, it's just a bunch of bullies and how people need to be kissing their butts because no one cared about the W in that sense a year ago to where they were in all these players' business and like picking them apart and challenging their character. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so this is kind of refreshing, I think, for them to be able to play and play around. I might give you a little elbow, I might shove you a little bit, but it's not going to be front page on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be breaking news on Sports Center that we did it. We get to play basketball, be competitive, and not only that, have a good time. It's training camp right now. everybody's just relaxed and having a good time and practicing with their teams, and it's like a little bubble. It's like when the W had the bubble back in 2020, the wubble is what they called it. Like even though they were competing, they were there, they were still like a family because they couldn't do anything but be around each other. You weren't allowed to go anywhere outside your compound. So they were all very cool. They were all very, relaxed with each other and enjoying each other's company. And I feel like that's kind of what Unrivaled is. And even to take it a step further for Angel, I feel like this is the first time in a long time, probably since before she got to LSU, that she's been able to just have a good basketball experience. She's just allowed to play basketball, play freely, again, not be the target of something negative, even though you're still going to have people that's going to come for her and say stuff, but not it just felt very heavy. Those of us that watched the W last season, it was very heavy. It was very tense. I know I was tired and we hadn't even made it to I was tired before May June came around. By mid June, I was like, how much of the season is left? Because I'm tired. Like it's I'm tired of seeing the negativity online. I'm tired of seeing it on TV. I am tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of the commentators talking about it. I'm just tired. And so this just feels like a breath of fresh air, but for her especially, she has had to deal with being harassed, being called out her name, being discredited, being demeaned, um, people being disrespectful to her, all those things since she won that national championship. She has not had one bit of peace since she started that, since she went to that game or played that game. It followed her the next year at LSU. It followed her to the W. In this last season, it was just a bunch of mess. Even though she still persevered and the media kind of died down near the end, it was still very heavy. And now she's somewhere where she's celebrated. She's being able to soak up so much information. She's being able to be mentored. And then like I said, it's maybe not everyone is best friends, but everybody's having a good time. Y'all have seen the stuff between Marina and Dejanay. That's been fun. We're seeing BG and Cloud having a good time. It's just fun all around. We're seeing the new TikTok duo of Rakia and Aaliyah Edwards. That's fun to see. It just seems like it's fun, and I think that's something that she needed and that she deserves. And I hope it's just a good thing for her to like re-energize herself and get ready for the next season. But yeah, I love watching all of that Unrivaled stuff. What's going on? Says Flage needs to declare for the draft. If she does, the real question is if the Sparks draft her or Miles. It's the sky's chance at Miles. Cross my fingers. Yeah, that is true because I think Flage will go too if she goes into the draft. So we shall see. Eagles brothers in the house. Happy Wednesday. What's going on? KBAF, what is going on? How are you? J Boogie dropping basketball nomics, basketnomics. Well, thank you. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Spoiled Brat says, when do you need to sign a contract by? I don't know the exact deadline, but I do know teams they do this up until training camp. They do this up until then. So they have from February 1st till I think the deadline is somewhere around April that, they decide on who they're going to keep and then you actually get your final roster because they'll sign people on training camp contracts or, whatever kind of contracts and then decide if they're going to keep them or drop them or whatever by before the season starts. So I think the final date is whatever the day is before the first game of the new season. But yeah, it's gonna get spicy. Louay is in the house. What's going on, Louay? Louay says, "What's going on to the chat fam?" Okay, Rebel, I'll let you out. MJ says, "I was going to say Big Four wouldn't leave for the W after this season to take a pay cut, but with with what JSpotNetwork is saying, I'm more confident she will stay at LSU one more year. What did I say? What did I say? Tell me. Missy says there were a lot of scouts at SC Texas game. They said many were checking out Powell, of course, and Sanaya and Bree. Indiana scouts were there. I hope none of my girls go there. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Por favor. Please hold on. All right. Sorry, y'all. I had to take my dog out. One thing I did want to say, MJ, about Big Foe, we got to remember that she did sign a deal, NIL for now, with Unrivaled, but I believe they will definitely make a deal to put her on a team once she goes pro. So, I mean, if we're looking at money, yeah, she's gonna make a lot of NIL, but I mean, she's an investor in Unrivaled. She's getting paid from them already right now with NIL, and she's going to be a player where I'm sure they're going to give her a nice chunk of money, no less than $100,000. That's probably the bare minimum, if that. I heard it was the minimum is like a closer to 200,000 for some players. So, I mean, I think she's good with money. Now you always want money. You don't want to not make money, but I think if she weighs the pros and cons, she may end up coming out. But I don't know. Spoiled Brat says Flage is declaring, in my opinion. Ooh. Jonathan says, yep, he in jail. Glad Page is okay. MJ says Big Fo will have more time to make money outside of basketball, but she would be taking a big pay cut when the new W coming out and wait, with the new W coming out in after next season. You mean CBA? Are you talking about the CBA? Because if we're just talking about straight up NIL versus what you can get, Angel has proven that you don't lose money leaving college to go to the pros if you have your ducks in a row. If you already have those relationships built, she's able to make more money now through endorsements than she ever did at LSU, because she says now she has free time where she doesn't have to be in school. She doesn't have to be, follow their regiment that they're doing where they have to eat together and have breakfast and dinner together and study hall and all this stuff. Like, she's free to go fly wherever she needs to outside of her practice and her basketball season or whatever, to do those things with the company. So she's able to make more money, is what she said. So unless you're talking strictly about the new CBA, that's not going to hinder her from making money. RC says they were playing around on Facebook talking about how she going to have a stalker. How she going to have a stalker when she looks like a man? Oh my God. Somebody did. I saw that, but I'm not going to comment on that. She says, note that Flage is already promoting Unrivaled. She and Paige are even modeling the merch on the website. So signs are there that are there that she will be playing there a year from now rather than LSU. That could be. Definitely could be. Louis says, did they say Caitlin Stalker was a 70-year-old man? I thought he was I thought he was 55. I might have him mixed up with Paige's Stalker, which is crazy to say, but I think they said he was 55. RC says, J Spot, can we all universally say that Enrique is going to win the 1v1 tournament? I mean, it's looking like it. I off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who can stop Enrique from scoring. I think she could be a top contender. Um, I don't know how her defense is because is she going to stop the person against her? So say if she ends up having to go up against like a Stewie or Nafisa or something like that, they're going to have the advantage over her as far as they can score when they want, but can they stop her? So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. Louis says he is 55 years sick. Yep. MJ Lover says to she people said that about Pow Pow too, but the pay cut in a W for 2 to 3 years may make Big Fo stay at LSU. She gets a ton of money at LSU compared to what the W will pay her this coming season. I mean, it would have been the same if she. I mean, I don't see if her getting a pay cut if she still has her deals with whoever she's working with. She also makes music. So, however she's making her streams of income right now, I think she will be okay to come out of the W and still make money. I think. Moses says Christina Grimmie is the singer. Oh, that was killed by a fan. You mentioned her incident earlier. Oh, in Orlando. That's right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that was crazy, right? Um, Louis says thanks to RC. MJ Lover says to RC, there are more ballers in a 1v1 than people think. Enrique is a front runner, but there are at least 5 contenders for the crown. Yeah, I would agree with that. SC Brand says there is a police report on these stalkers for. Where's the police report on these stalkers for some of these players? I don't know about that. Country says that was Juju. Okay, that's what I thought. It was Juju. HD is in the house. What's going on, HD? Hope your day is going great. It's going amazing. Thank you. Country says yes about Monica Sellis. I had no idea. I hadn't. This is my first time hearing about that. That's crazy. Jonathan says just watched the last 2 Maryland games, and I must say, Sellers is the truth. Definitely want her. If we miss out on Olivia, she's good scoring point guard that can pass and play defense. Ryan, I hate. I see. You got to change your name to RC. I keep saying Ryan. RC says Tosh Cloud. Then maybe unrivaled 1v1 Cloud lives on burners, talking about her foot speed. MJ Lover says the SC bread. Good question. The stalker info should be public record since some of them have been arrested. Yeah, I think it's public record once the trial and stuff is over, but I don't know. Jonathan says and set her team up in a position to score. Sellers is a good floor general. Okay. RC says Chloe has an album or two. Hallie doesn't yet. That's how I can ever say that word, but I know what you're saying. Of course, I know who they are. Hallie is the Little Mermaid. Y'all should know that. Hallie is the Little Mermaid. Chloe has had it. She's had 2 albums out so far. Um, Chloe and Hallie themselves have had 3 albums out and a mixtape. So they've been doing music for a long time, but a lot of people didn't know that prior to now. Jonathan says anything that Angel says, people take serious all the time. They even made videos of Angel saying the W doesn't pay her bills. Like, y'all do know she wasn't serious, right? That part. MJ says to Jonathan, Angel wasn't that far off about the W Monday, not enough to pay her rent. Not sure if people know how much rookie scale is, but it's not that much. Yeah, no, the W money is not that much, but these players that are making that these top players that are making this NIL money, they don't have to take a pay cut to go to the W because that salary doesn't mean anything to them. That $64,000 or $84,000 they're going to get, that don't mean nothing. I mean, that means something, but that's not hurting their pockets when they're already making millions of dollars, when they already got that pocketed. You know what I'm saying? I think Flage is making good business decisions with her money. I think Juju is making good business decisions with her money. Angel was making good business decisions with her money. These players aren't coming to the W at this point to make bank. They're coming to the W to play and fulfill their dream at basketball. They're going to make more money if they keep those relationships. So somebody like Flage, yeah, the W is not going to pay her as much as she got in NIL, but she's already coming over with X amount of millions of dollars. So like Angel said, that W check is like a bonus. That W check is what I use to go, go shopping or, go take my friends out to eat or go travel. I have my main money that I keep and I invest and I save, and my W money is like my spending my spending money, because she's been smart with her money. And I think Flage and people like Paige Beckers and people like that we know probably have huge NIL checks, I think they can come out and still be okay. MJ says online stalkers can threaten you, but if you have to put them down, you go to jail. Let that sink in. Yep. That part. Yep. Exactly. Jonathan says, still no need to make it viral of her saying that I didn't realize how box office Angel is, that a few keywords she says will make her go viral. Yeah. Anything she says, she's always viral for the wrong stuff. And when something good is happening, you don't really hear about it. You don't really, the media, I would say, the media doesn't get as excited about it as they would with somebody else. Angel being on Vogue, Angel with her signature shoe, Angel with her Reese's Puffs box, all these different things she's doing. We hear about it because she announces it and it goes viral on the internet and things like that. But the publications really don't jump on it. It's not on ESPN. It's not on Sports Center. They're not talking about it on different outlets. But we already know if it was Caitlyn, we would know about the Wheaties box. We would know about the shoe. We would know, you know what I'm saying? So it sucks that she only gets headlines for stuff that can be seen negative, and they don't really do have that same energy when it's something good that, she's accomplishing. But I guess that's what she has us for. RC says they need stricter celebrity stalker penalties. That's just what it should be. You can't harass people and just slip away off into the night with a slap on the wrist. Yep. Jonathan says, J Bug, you actually hung out with Chloe and Halle Bailey in person for real. Yeah. I mean, you can't see behind my green screen, but I have pictures and stuff. But yeah, we used to, I met, like I said, met their mom, dad, brother, their older sister, Miss Yvonne, who everybody knows that's their agent, but it's also Beyonce's agent. I met Miss Teresa, who works for Columbia, which is the record label, the parent record label of Parkwood. Miss Teresa was out there working the merch table, which is crazy because she's a Columbia Records super executive. She was one of the people that found Destiny's Child and got them a record deal. You know what I'm saying? So she's a big deal, but she's working a merch table, which is crazy. Which again is crazy to me. But yeah. We've I won't say we hung out, but it was like 3 times where we were able to hang out with them backstage. But yeah, they're very nice people, very cool people. MJ says to Jonathan, most of us would have followed Angel. Most of us that have followed Angel since she went to LSU know how box office she is. She went viral. Sorry, I had something on my tongue. She went viral as a villain for that comment. RC says that stalker was serious business. J Spot and MJ. 8 hour drive to get to her. Plus, she had to change her appearance like those girls and set it off. That's just crazy. That is crazy. Missy says South Carolina is 12 deep. That's correct. HD says South Carolina by 10 against LSU. Okay. We definitely gonna have to talk before that game. I think the game is on the 23rd. We're gonna have a talk. I don't know what day that is, but I'm gonna either come on here or be in my living room. But I will go live. I'm gonna have a conversation about that uh before the game. But HD says South Carolina by 10. Missy says hi to Bree Wayne. MJ Lover says Maryland is a legit top 10 team. I questioned them in their ranking for a month, but I watched about 5 to 6 of their games, and they're legit top 10. They just can't break top 5. MJ says to Jonathan Facts. HD says Maryland is lacking a big outside of that. Sellers is balling. Uh RC says I call Maryland's Kaylin Smichael Jordan. Of course, I knew a dad joke was coming in there at some point. HD says dong of the long dong of the day. Okay, let me exit that. Tell my pause. RC says J Spot, my sense of humor was in the dead zone for a long time. It's coming back. Okay, I missed those jokes. Perspective says, I'm here because of Angel Reese, Jay. Okay. You're a Reese too? Reese's unite. RC says, where do you see Satu Sabali going? Um I I thought she might end up possibly in Indiana, but a lot of people are saying she's going to go to not Chicago. She's going to go to New York to play with her sister. When I saw what she said in the future she could see herself playing in New York with her sister. I don't know if she meant right now. It's going to take some willing and dealing and moving around, I think, for that to happen because where is she going to? Somebody got to come off the bench. If she really want to come to New York, she's probably going to have to play off the bench unless you take somebody out. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to bench Laney? Like the person that's been in New York, that's been grinding and doing all that with New York, you're going to bench her for Satu? I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. But I can see her in New York. I don't want her to go to Indiana. I can see her going to Indiana. Um, I could see her maybe she's going to the Valks. I don't know. I just know she's not going to Dallas. Missy says, I hope Miller gets a chance to play in Unrivaled next year, but she's having so much fun in China, she may go back. Um, I don't know. Camilla be giving us mixed messages about her and her China experience because it was one time she said send her back because her because her coach was doing too much. Um, but then there's certain times where she's like she has she loves her roommate, she loves her teammate, she's having a good time. But I think she did mention that in the future she would like to play for Unrivaled. I think if the money's right, she'll play for Unrivaled. I think with Camilla, it's about the money because she's literally trying to support her sister and her mom, trying to get it so her mom doesn't have to work anymore. So if China is going to pay her more money, she's going to China. If Unrivaled has a way to give her more money, she'll probably go to Unrivaled and then be able to spend some time in Brazil with her family, which she would probably prefer to be able to have a longer off season and spend time with her family rather than like ending her W season, literally going right to China like a couple of weeks after that, and then coming back in March when you literally only have like 2 weeks before training camp starts, where she didn't really get to see her family. I don't know. I think she said she might try to go home when she gets back to the States. I know she wanted to try to go to South Carolina, but that's not a lot of time, and 2 weeks is not a lot of time to try to do a bunch of traveling before you have to get ready for training camp. But I think for logistics reasons and like family, she might try to stay for Unrivaled. But if the bag is in China, she might go back to China. Missy says all they did last season was criticize all the players. Yep, exactly. SC Bread says, "Child, please, enough with this angel rhetoric." Who? Who you talking to? Who got angel rhetoric? Um, BBG is in the house. WNBA was draining, so draining. It was tired. It was tiresome. I was tired. BBG says, and hey J Spot, what's going on? J Pay says Big Foe is coming out. Why would she wait and not know where she can land next year? It's perfect to come out now and go to LA. That's what J Pay says. While y'all in here, give me the thumbs up if y'all haven't. Give me the thumbs up if you haven't. Thank you so much. She says, how many players are participating in the 1 versus 1 tournament? It's only happening over the span of a few broadcasts, so it must be a very small number. No, they explained it how it was going to be. I can't remember now, but tune in tomorrow. If you tune in tomorrow, ask that question again. I should have the answer for you. I think everybody's playing. They're going to do it like a tournament style. It's probably going to be a bunch of them playing at the same time, just knocking each other out, a one and done. And then each day the number gets smaller and smaller till you get to the finals. So we shall see. I think that's how it is, but I'll have more info tomorrow. Charles says, just watch the Fly J and Page workout video. All business. Big Foe was real quiet, focused. Girls working hard, interesting. Watch and insight. Where was that at? I didn't see that. RC says, J Spot, just call me whatever fits you better. Okay. I like to call you RC, but the Ryan throws me off. J Spot, you know what R&B album from 2024 is super slept on is Jazz Caris? Jazz Caris? I don't know who that is. Safe Flight. Never heard of it, but I'll write it down and I'll check it out. 23rd is next Thursday, Jay. Is it? Oh my gosh. Oh, well, we going to talk. We going to talk next week then. I didn't even realize 23rd was next week. Oh man. Now I'm getting a little bit more nervous. RC says LSU only got 4 players. I mean, look, Kim Mulkey has been digging in her bench a lot more than she has lately. I think last game she had what, 10. She went 10 deep last game. Now, not all of them were super effective, but she's giving them more playing time so they can be effective. So that was interesting to see because normally she don't dig in that bench. SC Bread says, how much China paying Camila Cardoso? I don't know. I don't know how much she's getting paid. I heard they pay a lot, though. I heard they pay millions of dollars. Now, I don't know if she got millions because she's technically a rookie over there. But it had to be something for her to pick it to go there. So I don't know how much she's getting. I heard it was like, someone said it was like three or 400,000. I don't know that. I don't know if that's true or not though. RC says it's like 3 degrees outside. Who wants some of this good weather? Let me know. Look, what's the temperature outside? 47. It was like 60 today. It was really good. It was really good weather. Okay. So let's real quick recap these let's recap. Wait a minute, not And I just got the notification. Sess put out our on the court with Jay and Sess, our graphic talking about our coverage that we're gonna be doing on Unrivaled. I just got the notification. That's dope. I like it. I like it, Sess. We're gonna have to check that out. Um, hold on. Let me find. I was trying to find the scores, and then that popped up on my phone. So our official show with me and Sess will be called On the Court with Jay and Sess. We will be covering Unrivaled this season. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun. So, we kind of talked about South Carolina and Texas, which was a very good game. They played that, I want to say, was it on Sunday or Monday? That was Sunday. I'm gonna get over here and pull up the box score. Talk about that real quick. I'm so tired of these freaking cookies. Wait a minute, why does it look like that? Okay. Hey, shush. Go to sleep. You were doing so well. South Carolina does play Alabama tomorrow. I feel like they can win that no problem. Although Alabama in the past has given us a little static. I don't remember if it was LSU or South Carolina, but Nye, she was killing us with threes. I don't remember which team that was. It kind of blends together, but man, she was taking us to the house. All right. So let's I'm gonna share this real quick. Shh. All right, there we go. So if y'all can see this, I might take myself off so you can see this real quick. So the Texas game we had, and they always have pretty balanced scoring, but as we can see here, South Carolina beat Texas 67-50. So many turnovers again, like I said in this game. I was not happy with the amount of turnovers that they had, and I don't know if I can pull up. It's here. We had 22 turnovers. That don't make no kind of sense. 22 turnovers? That's very uncharacteristic of our team to be doing something like that. But anywho, Pow Pow came through with 11 points. She gave us 2 threes. She's been the spark for South Carolina the last couple of games where we're kind of playing chaotic. Some people's shots are falling, other people's are not, and then she just comes in and hits a couple shots, hits drives to the basket a couple of times, give us a few threes, and then we're back in the game. So she's been a great spark for us. Pow Pow 11 points. Chloe Kitts had 11 points, 1 block, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds. Pow Pow had 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Fagan had 6 blocks. She had 8 points, 6 blocks, 1 steal, 3 assists. Fill that stat line, girl. And 9 rebounds. My girl Crockpot Johnson, Raven Johnson, she's been slowly showing sparks of the Raven we saw last season. But she had 8 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. Get them, girl. Who led the team in rebounds last game? That would be my girl, Crop Pot Johnson. 10 rebounds. You better get it, girl. She hit, she gave us 3 for 7 from the field and only had 2 turnovers. Bree Hall had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Joyce Edwards, that's another one. I forgot about Joyce. Joyce is another one that can get busy. Now, when we talk about post players, we still need to grow in that area, but some bright spots there. Joyce Edwards. Fagan can get hot, like I said, sometimes too. Chloe can get busy too. But you got Joyce. Joyce has been cooking. She got 10 points, 1 steal, 2 rebounds. She did well. Lay with the butter had 8 points, 3 steals, 4 rebounds. Big time Tess only had 4 points, but she came in. That's another one that gives us a spark when we need it. Like she comes off the bench and the game immediately changes in our favor when she comes off the bench. And then you have Miriam and Adele that didn't have any points, but like I said, they beat Texas 67-50. They play Alabama tomorrow. So there's that. That's South Carolina. Oh, my dog over here whining. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but geez. Um, RC says, J Spot, you taking my Notre Dame fighting Irish or Ohio State in the college football championship game? Well, here's the thing. The Notre Dame football coach is fine. He is fine. So I probably will be going for Notre Dame. Also, I'm from Michigan. I don't think it's right for me to cheer for Ohio as a person from Michigan. I think that's like against the state rules to do that. So I'm gonna have to choose Notre Dame. Moses says Texas committed suicide with all those blown layups versus South Carolina. Oh, they were missing everything. And Madison Booker, it was just not like her. She was like, oh, what was her percentage? Because they threw out a number, and I don't know if that was the right number, but she was, I don't have the percentage. She was 3 for 19 during that game, only had 7 points. Now, she was missing a lot of points, missing a lot of shots, but Bree Hall was on her. Defense was tight. So shout out to Breezy for that defense. But yeah, Madison wasn't hitting anything. It was real crazy. And shout out to Crop Pot for which is Raven Johnson, if y'all don't know, for her guard work on Rory, because Rory only had 9 points and she was 4 for 11. So the seatbelt gang was doing their thing that game. Charles says, hold on, how do I get out of this? Charles says Flage page workout is from Overtime Select on YouTube. It's an hour and 12 minutes. Just watched it last night. Starts off simple, ends intense. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Hey, Summer, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Ryan says, yeah, that workout video is fire, straight fire. I was really engaged and peeped a lot from watching PB and Big Fo go hard out there, and Coach was great too. Okay, I'm about to watch it. RC says, what's up to Summer? Charles says, from Overtime Select. Okay, I'll check it out. RC says, the only disappointing thing I can say about the season is it looks very apparent that a lot of teams will not be championship threats in the top 25. I only trust like 4 teams to win it. Okay, who are those 4 teams? J Spot, here you go, going for the looks in a football game. And what do you want me to do? I don't watch football like that. I can't tell you nothing about the X's and O's. I will tell you that man is very easy on the eyes, and he shows up to the Notre Dame women's basketball games. So he's a big supporter of women's sports. I'm gonna go with him. What's his name? Marcus? Yeah, Marcus. Charles says the boards that Nice gonna get will be big against South Carolina. Facts. Ain't nobody getting no rebounds on Nice. Ain't nobody getting no rebounds on her. Jonathan says if this game was in Austin, you best believe I was gonna go to that game. Oh, I would be there. Well, I say that they are coming to Austin, South Carolina. If you're talking about South Carolina, they are coming to Austin, but I couldn't find the tickets. I think they were sold out or they weren't ready or whatever. But I do have tickets, however, to see LSU play Texas February 16th. So I will be at that game because it's going to be here. RC says Madison Booker started out 1 for 14, but I don't know where she ended up percentage wise from the field. SC Bread says Vegas have some weird betting lines if you have bet 100 to win 106. I don't know nothing about betting at all. RC says, wait, J Spot. You tell me y'all seen people hating on Fever Guard Lexi Hull for having fun and bonding a bit with Angel Reese and Unrivaled. Yeah, they got real mad at her. They got mad at her not necessarily because she was bonding with Angel. They got mad at her because she said she liked the passes that Chelsea Gray gives her. Like it was somehow some kind of slight to Caitlyn and her passing. So they're mad at her for that. Teddy is in the house. What's going on, Teddy? RC says South Carolina, UCLA, LSU, USC, and to win in not in that order. Okay. Madison Booker was 3 for 19. RC says, yeah, 3 for 19. J Spot, our coach Marcus Freeman, he looks like Tiger Woods to me. No, he looks better than Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is not cute to me, but I can probably see a small resemblance. Jonathan says, if South Carolina come to Austin, I'm going to that game for sure. I'll be going when LSU plays Texas. Okay. I'll be there. I won't be at the South Carolina game. All right. So let's now go to the LSU game that we just had. LSU played Vandy, which was a good game. Like, again, I don't think as many people that can guard Gilbert. I don't think that's the thing. Like, we got to look at that. The only way she doesn't score is if it's by her own account. Like if she's going to that basket, if she wants to go to that basket, she's going to that basket. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Um, Dang, we really only have 2 more games before they play for South Carolina and LSU play each other. Am I working that day? I need to make sure I'm off or I'm somewhere available because I got to see that. Um, Man, I didn't even. That's coming. That came around real fast. That came around quickly. Um, Jonathan says, "Got to meet my sweetheart, Pow Pow." Okay. Summer says they 19-0. 19-0. Teddy says, "Oh, J Spot Network. I didn't know you were a SC fan as well, or SC fan. Well. I'm an SC LSU Notre Dame fan. I like all three." Uh, Teddy says, "My sweetheart outside of J Spot is Poa." Thanks for letting me know. I'll have my money saved for that game. Summer says KG didn't have her best game versus Vandy, but she'll be back in Florida home, so she's about to turn up. Uh, I thought she still did well. I mean, she didn't like take over the game, but she was still like certain times she was that spark that they needed. Talk about that big three, which is Big Foe. Michaela, is that what we're talking about? The big three in at LSU. I was about to say TSU. You're talking about Michaela, Big Foe, and my girl niece. Is that who the big three is? That's what we're talking about. Teddy says, in that order. I don't really have it in an order, but I kind of like them all equally for different things, but probably I don't know. I don't want to put them in an order. It might be SC then LSU then Notre Dame, but like I love all my teams equally. So I don't really have it. I don't really have that order like that. Um Summer says yes. Well, let's get into what the big 3 did uh the last game. First of all, can I just talk about Anissa Morrow is balling out of control. And she is still yet to get what I think get the recognition that she deserves. Now, people talk about the schedule and all that stuff and okay, I get that. But you at some point you can't deny what Anissa is doing on that floor. Anissa is like ain't nobody getting no rebounds when Anissa is around. I told Summer if I was playing basketball and I had to be around Anissa, she just getting the rebound. You just gonna have to bench me. I can't. Like I feel like she's gonna make a wrong move and she would knock my eyeballs out. Like she is so aggressive. I love it. As a spectator, as a fan, I love how aggressive Anissa Morrow is when it comes to her playing her game. But y'all, that girl is she's too strong. She would knock me down and run me over. I can't. I can't with Anissa. So ain't nobody getting no rebounds. And is nobody is on that floor that I've seen in basketball this season in college is as aggressive getting that basketball. More aggressive than Anissa Morrow. I have not seen one player that has her type of aggressiveness on those boards. I don't see it. And the girl is good at defense. She can get steals, she can get blocks. She's pestering, she's in your face. And she's just so like she just looks strong on that floor. I'm scared of Anissa Morrow. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm scared of Nice. She might be what they call undersized for her position, but that girl, when I see her coming, I'm moving out the way. But let's get into these box scores. So LSU did beat Vanderbilt 83 to 77. It did come, it was way closer of a game. Um, Not that it should have been, but it was way more closer of a game. It was entertaining for me. It was another challenge I felt for LSU. I felt like um I want to see I want to see more dominating play from them for them. I think they came out the gate very dominant and then like over time it's kind of eased up. Now they still get the win. The win is still there. But I want to see them get a little bit more dominant. Sorry y'all, hold on one second. Somebody's from work is texting me. I don't know what she talking about. Sorry. All right. Okay. So LSU, looking at the box scores, we had Flage had 25 points, one steal, one block, four assists, and five rebounds. Get it, Big Foe. She gave us 1 3. She was 10 for 21 field goal. In the field, I mean. Anissa Morrow, big niece, big niece, niece to beast, 23 points, two steals, one assist, 15 rebounds. If I'm not mistaken, she made her 91st double double in her career, which I don't know if she moved up to number 3 or she's close to being number 3 in all of NCAA women's basketball at 91 double doubles career all time. Michaela Williams, 20 points, two steals, five assists, five rebounds. She did great. She gave us a couple of twos. You got Samaya Smith with 4 points. We got Cheyenne Day Wilson had 2 points. We had Kaylin Gilbert gave us 6 points. We had Jersey Wolfenbarger had 2 points and Poa had one. Now, Jersey is another one that is starting to feel her way. That, she's had some breakout games, a couple of breakout games, but she's starting to become a little bit more aggressive. She's starting to be a little bit more dominant in the paint. And I can see her eventually being, the go to, to help them in the paint when they need it, to be that dominant big that they're kind of missing because Aaliyah Del Rosario is not there yet. But I think she's somebody who we can see to start to get that domination going. Um, Teddy says we'll see what LSU does in South Carolina. Summer says they sleeping on Nice. Summer says Nice is top 5 pick. That's it, and that's all. I mean, Nice better be a top 5 pick because right now they have her going to Indiana, and I can't have that. I won't stand for it. I don't want it. I don't like it. Anissa Morrow cannot go to the Indiana Fever, so I don't care what other team she goes to, whatever number she is, but whatever number Indiana is, I cannot have that. I can't. Just can't do it. Teddy says Anissa needs Jersey or Samaya to rebound and play D. Jonathan says Anissa Morrow is a badass. SC Bread says the highest ranked team LSU beat was 16th before they will play South Carolina. I mean, tis true, but I don't think that. I mean, I don't say that won't matter. I still think that it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle between the two. Um, what does it say? Ryan says rebound. No, Anissa says rebound. Anissa, you can't beast her. Okay, okay. Teddy says, yep, still doubtful they can go in South Carolina and get that win. Jonathan says she's strong and quick and very useful under the post. She can also steal as well as she blocks. Her defense awareness is on point. Niece is that girl. Niece is that girl. Teddy says that's because Vandy took the last 2 games off to try to win this one against LSU. Summer says, as Coach G says, new smoke tour. Teddy says, plus LSU plays to the level of their competition. Yeah, I mean LSU is gonna. I think it's gonna be really, really like. I think it's gonna be more evenly matched than some people think. SC Bread says LSU. Anissa Morrow got those stats against many sub 300 RPI teams. It don't matter though. It don't matter. Anissa has played against the best of the best. She's not number 3 all time because all she's done is played sub 300 teams. She was a badass at DePaul. She's a badass at LSU, and she's gonna continue to be a badass player. Like she's dope. So I'm not taking that away because of y'all don't like the schedule that she plays. Anissa is skilled. She's a dog. She's a hard player. And it don't matter who she's playing against. Do you watch her play? Do you see her play? I'm gonna take up for Anissa. If I don't do nothing else, Anissa, I'm taking up for her because she plays too hard. She puts in too much blood, sweat, and tears. She leaves it on that floor every single game, whether she's playing a number one team or she's playing the bottom team, a church league. Both of them can get it as far as she's concerned. So her effort is always there. I'm not gonna say she's only successful because of the teams that she hasn't played any competitive teams because she's been that girl. She's been that girl, SC Bread. Um, RC says Anissa top 3 draft pick, and if not, team's gonna pay for it like they did passing on Angel Reese last year. I mean that 100%. Summer says Anissa has been dominant before LSU. Goodness gracious, let them know. Let them know. Teddy says to SC Bread, true, but she can do that versus anybody. Didn't she get a double double versus South Carolina last year? Niece is that girl, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell y'all. RC says Miles, Beckers, and Morrow. 1, 2, and 3. Summer says DePaul is a Big East school too. Teddy says she needs more time. Plus, the coaches should be on her to rebound and play D with that 6'5" size. Yeah, I'm not saying she's ready now. I'm saying she can be. She's getting there. RC says one thing that worries me about UCLA Bruins sometimes summer is my Bruins sometimes. Wait a minute. Sometimes summer is my Bruins sometimes play too cute for me. It's like Janaya, the only dog out there. Although Betts is much tougher now. I guess he was talking to Summer. Summer says Anissa had 23 points and 21 rebounds versus Tennessee. Teddy says, plus they haven't tapped into Jersey's offensive game. Hasn't even taken a three this year. Okay. Jonathan says, I like Jersey. She's a tough one. Her inside post ability is strong. She can score in the paint. Jersey, Summer says Jersey came to LSU knowing she wanted to expand her game beyond the wing. She also says you can't teach 6'5", and Jersey will only keep finding her footing. She's becoming more aggressive in the paint. RC says, I'm so lost. Whose name is Jersey? Jersey Wolfenbarger. I think Barger, if I'm saying that right. She transferred from, where did she transfer from? Arkansas to LSU, but she didn't play last year at all. She didn't play. She sat out 1 year. And then she went into the portal and they picked her up at LSU. Teddy says rebound Waffenbarger. Summer says talk about a friend. Teddy says facts about Anissa should have gotten SEC Player of the Year last year. Summer says, I'm going to say it again. Stop playing with Anissa. No one is stopping her. You heard what Coach Shea said after the game. What, Rebel? Please lay down. Go lay down. Teddy says, still not sold on UCLA. What happens when things go bad, like shots not falling? I don't know what that is. Teddy says, facts to Summer. SC Brad said, these people in the chat said Florida women's basketball will be a continue this year because of Miara O'Neal. How y'all like the Gators now? How is she doing? I haven't heard a lot about her. How is she doing this so far this season? RC says, Lauren the business bets. Charles says, you hear that Moki said that after last game, Niece plays that hard in practice all the time. She's different. That's what Niece said in her press conference. She was like, I don't have another way of playing. I play this way whether I'm in practice or on the floor. I only got one speed, and that's go. That's it. As Summer says, that's it, and that's all. RC says, we got to have someone go to the fever. You don't want us to have nobody. Yeah, I do. I do want y'all to have nobody. I'm good with who y'all have. Stick with who y'all have. Niece stays somewhere else. And the main thing is, it's not that I don't want them to have anybody. I don't want to cheer for Indiana. I don't want to watch Indiana under, against my will. I already got to watch them 5 times this next season. 5 times I got to watch them next season. I don't want to watch them no more than that. And if a niece is on the team, that means I got to cheer for Indiana. I don't want to do that. Mm-mm. RC says J Spot want my fever to draft a water boy or water girl. That works. I mean, y'all look, y'all get basketball. Jesus, who else y'all need? Summer says Kim Mulkey has been clocking the media too. She has been. Teddy says rebound bets is just tall. That's all. uh, let me see. Jonathan says I want UCLA versus South Carolina rematch. Summer says critics and media taking notes, standing up for her players, etc. Oh, what? I gotta sit here and be quiet. Lay down. You gotta lay down. Thank you. RC says, sorry, y'all. Rebel is in my lap. He's very distracting. You gotta watch her. She's more improved than ever. She's top 4 pick whenever it's time to go pro. Jonathan says, I damn sure don't want Pow Pow playing for Indiana. No, Pow Pow's coming to Chicago. If we don't get Olivia Miles, Pow Pow's in Chicago. Ryan says, I gotta catch the replay. Ryan, RC. RC also says, her dog going best in the country. So speaking of her doggo, so she didn't play the last game when Notre Dame played their game. I didn't realize that I didn't watch them play who did they play? Purdue, I think. I didn't see them play Purdue. And apparently she hurt her ankle uh at the end of that game. Which I don't maybe it wasn't televised. I don't know, but I didn't see it. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that in the microphone. I thought I hit mute. That was loud too. I'm so sorry, y'all. My allergies are bothering me. Um, but they played no Wake Forest, Wake Forest, Wake Forest. She hurt her ankle playing Wake Forest, so she did not play at all. She missed. This is the first time she has not played in her college career. She broke a 50 game streak, I think, or something like that by not playing. They say she's fine, but she's rebel. Jeez, late. Hold on. Lay down. Lay down. They said she's fine. They just wanted her to rest her foot. Hold on. Now we're gonna look at. I got that pulled up. They did play, however, they played Clemson. They had a slow start as well, and then they took over without Hannah Hidalgo. At first, Olivia was a little timid. Her shots weren't falling, but she cleaned that right on up and did Olivia things. So let's look at these box scores. So we had Leah Two King. People don't talk about Leah Two King a lot either. Leah Two transferred for Penn, came to Notre Dame, and she's been solid for Notre Dame. People talk about Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo as they should, but they don't really be looking at what Leah Two King is doing, what Kassan Prosper has been doing. Even though Prosper's not scoring a lot, Like she's been coming through with her defense, and then when she's in the vicinity and she can get a shot off, she's helping the score. So they're still playing with a limited roster as they've been playing all year. But Leah Two King had 23 points, one block. She had 11 rebounds. Olivia Miles had 17 points, 9 assists, one block, 4 rebounds. Sonia Citron had 9 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Prosper had 6 points, 3 blocks, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. You had Carlin came in with 4 points, 2 rebounds. And Maddie, we had our girl Maddie back. Maddie came back a couple games ago. Very, very happy to see Maddie back. She's still getting her footing in together. She's not playing a lot of minutes. She's still coming off the bench. Very, very happy to have Maddie back. Maddie scored 8 points, had 1 steal, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And then we had Caval in the game, but she didn't score. But yes, they did beat Clemson 67-58. And again, without Hannah. Now you're thinking, you got to think about it. Hannah is going to give you a 20 piece, 20 to 24 piece. So we're missing those points that we would normally get from Hannah. Also, you're missing the defense, the extra defense you get. You're missing the steals, which return into those points. So even though we're missing a big chunk of our defense and offense, um, they still pulled out the win. So shout out to Notre Dame for that. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Where did I leave off? RC says Sonia Citron to the Fever. Nope. I don't want that either. Nope. I don't want nobody I like going to Indiana. Summer says, I'm going to just say, too, I'm a fan of Coach Caldwell. She's dope. Teddy says, Clemson. RC says, Summer, I got a crush on Coach Caldwell. Like, it's nobody's business, but I ain't driving to go see her, though. I ain't no damn stalker. Teddy says, I think it was Hannah's ankle. I thought I said her ankle, or did I say her foot? It was her. It was her ankle. I might have said it wrong. Sorry. Summer said Pitt. Jonathan said, I hope Pow Pow goes to the sky. Oops, sorry. I hope Pow Pow goes to the sky, but Jeff P says that he wants guards 6 foot or taller. Maybe. He did say that. But I think he should take her. Especially if we don't get Olivia. Jonathan says Leah Tukeen doesn't get the credit and recognition she deserves. Facts. SC Red said Anissa Morrow plays 40 minutes per game. The game is real time, not Kim Mulkey's practice. SC Red, what are you talking about? I'm going to move on because I don't know what you're talking about. Country says the coach from Cal is pretty cool too. Who? What coach? What team? All right. Finally, y'all, we talked about college. We talked a little bit about Unrivaled. We talked a little bit about W. I was going to put this up. I think it's kind of too late to do it now. But I wanted to just read. We got free agency starting pretty soon. And I gotta take these glasses off, y'all, because it hurting my eyes. Free agency is starting, and a lot of people are starting to crash out because certain people are getting qualifying offers and other people aren't. So mainly people have been kind of crashing out because they saw that Dana Evans and Michaela Odinwede, I can say her last name right, got qualifying offers, and Kennedy did not yet. So I don't really know. First and foremost, let me just say this: I don't know what Jeff is doing. I never know what Jeff is doing. I don't know where Chicago's head is at. I don't know. Regardless of anything, whatever people we get on our team, I have to trust that Tyler is going to get the best out of them, and hopefully we can turn our our team around from what it was last season. Having said that, I want Kennedy Carter on the Chicago Sky. I just do. I think Kennedy, Angel, Camilla, the triangle offense, those three, the big three, I think that is great for Chicago. It was starting to work so well last season. Everyone has elevated their game. They're going to come back stronger than ever. They're going to come back knowing a little bit more about themselves and what they can do. They just need time to play with each other. The time they didn't have last season. I think it can work. I want Kennedy in Chicago, right? That. Now, outside of that, I don't know what they are looking for and if Kennedy can fit what it is that they need. I don't know that. I think a lot of questions are being raised because she hasn't gotten a qualifying offer, but she is an unrestricted free agent, meaning she has the opportunity to talk to any team she wants to. And then Chicago has to either match it or let her go. So, in order for her to talk to other teams, they have to give her a qualifying offer because that's the paperwork that gets the ball rolling. So why she doesn't have one yet, I don't know. Maybe because she's still playing in China. Maybe they're waiting. I don't know. I don't know yet. They don't have to do anything, but it just wouldn't make sense to me. I'm just concerned. The only concern I have with Kennedy is that we know that Tyler said that they are going to play. They're going to find a team to build around Camilla and Angel. They're going to find a team. They're going to find a way to work with Camilla and Angel to make them successful, which in turn will make their teammates successful, which in turn will make their team successful. So they are going to be focusing on post first, playing through the bigs. That means the guards are going to have to be ready when their number is called. But the offense will have to run through the post. So there's going to be a lot more passing going to have to be done to the post to get that going. Kennedy has been over in China balling out. If she's not averaging 40 points, she's close to averaging 40 points. So I don't know if you do all that overseas and then you come back and then you're like the third scoring option. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how you feel as a player to come back and do that. Now, Kennedy may really want to play for Chicago. She really loves Angel and Camilla. She knows she's going to get her turn. It's not about them ball hogging or taking the ball or her never touching the ball. I think they can find a way to work together, but I don't know where her mind is. I don't know after this experience what's going on. I don't know what Chicago wants. So I don't know. I just want Kennedy to be successful. I want her to be happy. And I want her in Chicago. But if Chicago is not where she wants to be, I will support her wherever she goes, unless she goes to Indiana. Then I won't. I can't. But we shall see. I don't know. I was going to read a little snippet of what the free agency says so everyone knows and they can stop freaking out about why people haven't received anything yet. But I don't really feel like it now. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes into this, and I'm getting sleepy. I'm ready to get off and go to bed because I have an early morning tomorrow. But we shall see what happens. I'm just gonna say, don't crash out yet. Hold your horses. They still have a lot of business to take care of, a lot of things to do, and as far as we know, Kennedy is still over there playing. Her season doesn't end till March, so they might not even have any negotiations or any talking or anything until she comes back. Because February 1st, they can start signing contracts, but they have until, like I said, almost till when the season starts to sign somebody. So we shall see what happens with that. I'm gonna look through y'all's comments and then we're gonna get out of here. Again, give me the likes. Um, on your way in and on your way out. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and give me that sub. I truly appreciate it. Let me see. um Summer says, oh, talking about the SC bread. Jonathan says, Hannah Hidalgo should be fine to play tomorrow as long as she rests that foot. Summer says, make it make sense because it's not making sense. RC says, is Paige Becker's a bona fide lock to go number one? Or could Olivia Miles or Nisa Morrow sneak in? Area Finn, I don't think goes top three. Well, somebody was saying that Dallas, the Dallas coach, came from USC. And they don't have Natasha Howard. They don't have Satu Sabli. So it might be possible that they need someone like Kiki on their team. And so, since that coach is familiar with Kiki, it's possible they can shake the world and choose Kiki as a number one pick. That means Paige goes to LA and Olivia goes to Chicago. So we'll see. I don't know. They could shake it up. They could not. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see as the year goes. SC Bread said Notre Dame, Hannah Hidalgo got hurt trying to pad stats to get her average per game. You ain't never happy about nothing, are you, SC Bread? Hannah plays most of the minutes because they don't have a bench to sub for her. So I don't think they're stat padding stats, but okay. Charles says, I want to see Maryland take down UCLA. They got number 7 Texas and 9 Ohio State coming up before they play number 1. They'll be getting really big time, good stretch of games to see. Teddy, thank you. Ryan says, I think our first loss of the season will be to USC. I don't want to see us go undefeated. Too much pressure for the tourneys. Jonathan says Gino did not play Paige enough to make her look like a number 1 draft pick. She was getting hot in the third quarter until he sat her down for the rest of the game because they were up by 25 points. Gino is honestly on the page back. Jonathan says Jeff has until the 20th of January to give Kennedy an offer to remain a Sky or she'll become an unrestricted free agent. That is true. That is true. We shall see. I'm bothered by that because I really want her to be there. Jonathan says, I don't trust Jeff. I don't either. Bree Wayne says, wow, good night. We've been in here a minute. I'm about to get off. Charles says, seems like Kennedy gets dissed unfairly. Chicago being weird, a high scoring guard wouldn't compliment your 2 bigs. Teddy says, "Girl, don't even take those glasses off again like that." What happened? What did I do? What do you mean? Uh, RC says, "Salute the stream." Jay, salute to you. And Summer says, "So what's your point?" Clearly, what she doing in practice is paying off. So I don't get your dead end point. And on that, we're going to end it. Okay. So y'all have a great evening. Check me out tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Monday, and then whatever other day I do my live stream. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for hanging with me. It's been 2 hours and a half. I didn't expect to stay on so long, but when I'm talking to y'all, time flies. So give me the likes on the way out. Please, please, please. Watch the Cash App. My Cash App is $ JSpotNetwork. Or you can just give me a super like right now. That's available to you. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can click on that and give me a donation. You can give me a super sticker through donation. You can just comment on my video through I think it's called a super thanks. Or you can go to my Cash App, $JSpotNetwork, and bless the platform. I do appreciate it. Y'all have a great night because my dog is staring at me. He's ready to go outside. All right. Thank y'all so much. I am so excited for Unrivaled in 2 days. I hope y'all hang with me and Sess as we go over Unrivaled analysis, talk about the games, talk about the players, and just have an all around good time. Y'all know how we get down. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.